What's up, everyone? A great way to get a story started is through family. Now, I have a variety of different photo albums here that my wife has collected throughout the years of our kids, my family, her family, and years ago, my mom even put together this big binder on our whole family tree. Now, you don't have to go through those great lengths to learn about the family. All it takes is a simple question, and that's the point of this exercise. So what you're going to do, you're going to have your students ask the oldest person that they know, what was life like when you were my age? They can record the answer with audio or video, or they can simply write it down. But the point is to listen to the story and then retell it in simple words that anyone can understand. Have fun with that and get that story started. The cornerstone of every culture is food. Food connects us on a social level and an emotional level. And at the heart of a good meal is a good recipe. It has to start with the recipe. But where did that recipe come from? I have here a recipe box, my own personal recipe box. I have recipes that I have personally created that I hope to pass down to my kids. And I also have recipes that have been passed down to me. One of my personal favorites is for gumbo. It comes from my grandmother on my mom's side. My grandmother was from Galveston, Texas, which is on the Gulf of Mexico, the very south part. And she had a Creole Native American background. So I got to learn about her culture every time she made gumbo because it had things in it that I just was not used to seeing. So it's a great source of telling stories. So how do you put this to work with your students? Have them bring in a recipe. Have them talk about a recipe. Have them write about a recipe that's unique to them and their family. It shouldn't just be something basic. It should be very unique to them. It doesn't have to be generations old. It could be something that their mom always makes or their dad always makes or somebody in their family always makes that they really enjoy that helps bring the family together. Because ultimately, that's what food is all about. So, have fun with that. Get that pen writing. A great way to get a story started is by using a structure based around trapped surroundings. Two of my favorite books use this to great effect. One of them is pretty old, and that is the Decameron. The book is based around 10 people telling 100 stories over 10 days in 1348 Italy. They're telling their stories in a deserted villa just outside of Florence where the Black Plague is taking over. So the purpose of the stories is to entertain. That's not the case in the other book, The Arabian Nights. Arabian Nights focuses on Scheherazade, who is a woman who has been kidnapped and taken captive by the king. The king is determined to kill her, but Scheherazade said, just relax, let me tell you some stories. And she uses 1001 Nights, which is a subtitle, to tell a variety of stories to change the mind of her captor. Now, how can you put this to work? In the Decameron, there were 10 people, 7 women, 3 men. And the Arabian Nights is just 1 woman. So think of who was telling the story. Where are you trapped? Why are you telling the story? What's the purpose of telling your stories? Let the brain wander, write the ideas down, and then let the stories flow.